Did Spider-Man get his powers from Venom? And is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man the beginning of a new animated universe? Welcome to Haynes for Heroes, I'm Alex Haynes, and if it's a movie or TV show about superheroes, you know I'm all over it. And I'm all over episodes 1 and 2 of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and this season started off with a bang, so let's just swing right into it. Spoilers ahead. Episode 1 opens up with Peter Parker going to his freshman orientation at Midtown High, when a portal in the sky opens up, and out through it comes Doctor Strange, this Venom-like creature, and a spider. Now I call this creature the Venom monster because it looks pretty much exactly like Venom. It has the color designs, it has the eyes, it has the symbiote tendril, so this must be some kind of symbiote creature. But what's curious is that this creature has spider features as well, like the mandibles on its face. This leads me to believe that this Venom creature is connected to the spider that fell through the portal. I don't know if the spider is an offspring of this symbiote, or maybe they're the same species, I don't know, but I know that they are connected somehow. And because the spider is the one that bites Peter, that must mean that this symbiote Venom monster is the reason why Spider-Man gets his powers. And this is a great way to tease Spider-Man's rivalry with Venom later on in the series, because the spider is connected to symbiotes. At the end of Doctor Strange and the Venom creature's battle, Doctor Strange takes the creature and flies back into the portal, but the spider remains and it bites Peter Parker. But after biting Peter, the spider falls off of him and lands on someone else's backpack, and we see it get taken away. So now the spider has a chance to bite someone else, and it's most likely going to be a young woman named Cindy Moon, who eventually becomes the other spider hero, Silk. Silk could be a hero that helps out Spider-Man throughout the series, and she could also be a potential love interest, just as long as they keep out the weird sex thing that they had in the comics. Like, don't do that. So now Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and he's swinging around Queens protecting his community. And at one point he rescues Harry Osborn from these criminal streamers. I don't know why you would stream your crimes, but obviously this sets up the best friendship between Harry Osborn and Peter Parker, and I'm excited to see how these two turn out. But after Spider-Man saves Harry and he goes onto the live stream, if you pay attention to the chat, you'll notice someone named Screwball encouraging people to go on their channel to watch. If you don't know Screwball, she's a supervillain that likes to get attention from the internet by committing crimes, and she's a big thorn in Spider-Man's side. The big moment of this episode, though, besides the ending, is when Spider-Man is following a police chase, and this scene does a great job of capturing the youth and recklessness of a new Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man tries webbing onto the runaway car, but it causes the driver to get knocked out and the car starts swerving into oncoming traffic. And this obviously puts more people in danger. Thankfully, Spider-Man's able to catch the car before it crashes into the side of the bus. And fun fact, this is the same moment that Tony Stark has footage of in the Captain America Civil War movie when he first meets Spider-Man. When Peter got home, he found Aunt May meeting with Norman Osborn. And once again, this is an exact copy of the scene from Captain America Civil War where Tony Stark met him. Osborn is impressed with Peter's academics and he offers him an internship at Oscorp. But I have a feeling that Norman Osborn wants Peter for more than just his brains. Because like I said earlier, this scene is almost an exact copy of the scene from Civil War, but in that, Tony Stark already knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, so that must mean Norman Osborn must already know the same thing. But what does he want with Spider-Man? Well, we'll get into that later. We then get into episode 2 where Peter starts his internship at Oscorp, and we meet a ton more characters who eventually become superheroes and villains. We meet Amadeus Cho, Jean Racole, and Asha, who eventually become the Hulk, Finesse, and Asha, respectively. And even their teachers, Dr. Bentley Whitman, he becomes the supervillain, the Wizard. And then Carly Connors, obviously, she'll eventually become the Lizard. Wizard, Lizard, they gotta team up. With 95% of these characters in this series eventually becoming superheroes or villains, it looks like this series is gearing up for the beginning of a new Marvel animated universe. Midway through the episode, Spider-Man has his first fight with a supervillain called Butane, who shoots fire. And Butane was sent to burn down buildings just so that rich folk can buy that land for cheap. Rich people love to do that. Once again, this fight scene shows the recklessness of a new Spider-Man because he's just throwing this dude through walls and windows. He's letting everything get caught on fire. There's no real sense of urgency in stopping Butane. And I have a feeling that this is what Norman Osborn is going to use against Spider-Man later on. After fighting Butane, Peter goes back to Oscorp where he's told to go meet with Norman Osborn, who has footage of him dressing up into his Spider-Man suit and swinging away. So now Norman Osborn officially knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. But like I said earlier, I believe that Norman Osborn already knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but he just didn't want Peter to know that Norman was spying on him. And while Peter thinks he's gonna get in trouble, I think Norman Osborn is gonna take him under his wing and try to help train and mentor Spider-Man into being a better hero. Because, you know, he's young and reckless. But it's Norman Osborn, so there has to be a catch. I'm pretty sure Osborn's gonna use what he learned from Peter being Spider-Man to create like a serum of some sort to create a superhuman, and that's what's gonna turn Norman Osborn into the Green Goblin. Because, yeah, of course that has to happen eventually. But what did you think of episodes 1 and 2 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Do you have any theories about what's gonna happen? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, shoot a web at the like button and then click on the boxes right here, and I'll see you in a bit.